Hey, Galen. How are you tonight? Pixie, you came! Yay! More Philo? Oh, there'll be more Philo in 2020. I promise. All the Philo. Nicole, Chrissy, Ben. Hey, guys. Wow, you guys all jumped on at the same time. Thank you so much for coming. How's it going? Hopefully your evening is going well. I cannot decide which pen I'm going to do. I'm going to just do some quick warm-up things while people are still jumping on. Yeah, how's everybody's week going? I'm starting to get into the holiday spirit. It's making me very excited. Hey, Proto Sketches. At Whoa Headache Cat Doodle. Still trying to kick this cold. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hey, Jmo Tushi, is that how you pronounce it? Carrie Creations channel, how are you? Going by so fast. Oh, I know, right? I can't believe it's already Thursday. I'm glad Friday is tomorrow, right? Happy Krampusnatch. Hey, Jason, Watercolor Bambi. How are you guys? Right back at you, Ben. It's getting a little better, thankfully. I hope so. Are you able to, draw while you're tackling that cold? Hey, Retsu the Tiny Potato. How are you? How's it going, Jason? All right. This is a sketch I did while I was waiting to start my class earlier today, and it's all I have prepared right now, so we're just going to roll with it. And if I can ink her out quickly, I can start using some Copic markers. So we're just going to jump right into it. I'm starting with the hair because her facial expression is underneath her bangs. Excited about Christmas? Me too. If you guys didn't know, we decided that we're going to do Lord of the Rings Christmas this year. So we're going to have a whole Lord of the Rings decked out tree. And my mom just finished school finals. And I have my deadlines due next week. And once that's done, we're going to make lots of Lord of the Rings themed ornaments. It gets tough with all the sinus pressure going on. Oh, I hear ya. Rainy, how are you? Yeah, the sinus pressure and the congestion, that makes drawing hard to enjoy. I love Lord of the Rings, yes. We needed to find something that everybody liked. My husband and my dad were over Alice in Wonderland Christmas, so I did not want a Star Wars Christmas. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't hate Star Wars, but I live in Florida, moved from New York 2 years ago, and we have a fake palm tree Christmas tree. It's fun. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Oh. Hey, Manuel, how are you doing? Quiet Cast Doodles, how are you? I think when I was in New Zealand, their trees are very interesting. They're not the typical pine trees. It's something completely different. They look like Dr. Seuss trees, honestly. It's kind of funny. I don't know what kind of trees they were. Drawing along, and then you get dizzy, and lines go all wonky, and suddenly, oops! Yeah, that's no good. That's no bueno. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. I was a little worried. I was a little tired after the class today, but I didn't want to go, 2-3 weeks without a live stream. So I'm like, we'll just make it work. We can do this. Hey, Girl 66 Rising, how are you? And for those that are curious, this is one of my D&D characters that I play. She is a arcane trickster rogue, and she is a changeling, so this is one of her personas. What kind of pen am I using? It actually is Copic. It is a Copic gas-infused nylon brush pen. I get mine in the Art Snack shop, and it's real, like, nylon tip fibers. I love it. Guys, I cannot praise this pen enough. I have been illustrating a children's book and working on getting it done, and this just streamlines my whole process. I inked 24 pages in no time with this guy, and I can trust it that it's not going to move with water because they are Copic proof and they are also waterproof. It's amazing. Hey, Shirley Arg, how are you? Posh, you made it! Yeah, so definitely get yourself some of these pens, man. I try and buy some extras any chance I get, so I just have a stock of them. And then sometimes when my friends are looking for new pens, I'm like, oh, hey, here's a pen. Try this. Have fun. Can you describe D&D to me? I'm not familiar with it. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, it's an RPG, like a role-playing game. And so there's like lots of character development and interaction, and it's a lot of fun. Is that the pen you were recommending to me? I don't think so. I think I had, you mean the one I was going to bring you? I had a different pen in mind, but I might have one of these around. I definitely recommend, like, these have a bit of a learning curve to them if you're not used to them, but they don't take that long. I love seeing you guys interact in the chat. That's so cool. But yeah, Galen, I might have one of these around for you. Loving the character. Thanks. She's a lot of fun. This is one of her personas named Theo. I try and find. I have like just the slightest bit of glare on this guy. Let me know if the lighting is off for you guys. Anyways, her other personas are Nyx and Ash, and when you put them together, it's like Phoenix from the ashes, which I thought was pretty cool. Theo is a ball? As in just like a ball of fun? Or just like a ball of character? Because, I mean, I feel like she's both, but she's a bold personality, man. A bold personality. My Wi-Fi isn't working too well. Oh, I'm sorry. I am trying to load these onto YouTube after they've gone down from Instagram, so people can still watch them. I don't know if my last live stream made it up yet. I loaded it. I don't know if I didn't monitor it well enough, and then Thanksgiving happened. A ball to be around either. That works. I haven't been playing all that much recently. I've mostly been DMing, which admittedly I enjoy quite a bit. I really want to DM a game. And for those that aren't familiar with the term, DM means Dungeon Master, or GM, which is Game Master, which is the one that is basically telling the story. You're basically the narrator. I've very much been wanting to DM my own game, but I'm currently a part of 4 campaigns, and I don't have the time. And I've kind of decided that one or both of the 2 main campaigns I'm in that are most frequent will need to end before I can do my own, because I just can't commit to that much time. Beck, yay. She is the party. Oh, Galen, that's great. I love it. Oh. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, and I've really grown to love drawing her. I think one of the things I love about playing D&D is switching between accents. Not that my accents are any good, but it's just a lot of fun. Theo has like 3 accents in her between her 3 different personas. Nikki, how are you? Could she actually become a ball? Changeling traits don't work that way, but I mean, I'm sure the thought has crossed her mind. If she was a contortionist, I'm sure she could. But she is a pretty skilled performer, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. I like Nyx. My son's middle name is Phoenix, so that's so cool. I love it. I love the name Phoenix. I'm currently running our group through Curse of Strahd. Ooh, is that one of those gameplay books? That's awesome. Because I know I've heard that name before. New character? This is one of my D&D characters. I was just describing her earlier. Her name is Theo, and she is a changeling. So she's got 2 other personas named Nyx and Ash. And when you put it all together, it's like Phoenix rising from the ashes. So I sketched her really quick before I taught my class today, and just so I would have something to do and try and stay focused and stuff. And this is what we're working on today. This pen is amazing. This is the Copic gas-infused nylon brush tip pen. And I was saying earlier how this has really streamlined my process for the children's book that I'm working on. It's amazing. It's like a real brush. And then the ink in it is like waterproof. It's really great for on the go, especially if you usually ink with like acrylic ink or bottled ink of any kind. Yeah. This is one of the newish campaign settings they released. A bit more on the horror side. Ooh, see, it lost me there. Oh, I can't do horror. But it still sounds like fun. Is this your first time running a game? Children's book? Yes, I am working on illustrating a children's book. Hey, Bernie, you made it! Oh, I'm so glad you got to catch the live today. A friend approached me, and she's been wanting to do this children's book for a while, and she wanted to hire me as the illustrator. And I'm working to get it out so it will be available in time to order for Christmas through Amazon. So that's our goal, and trust me, you'll hear about it on my Instagram here whenever it's finished. Love the line weight you have going on. That's something I would love to practice with more. Absolutely. It took a long time to get used to the line weight. In fact, what I would normally do is I would line my work, just like straight lines and stuff, with a single micron pen, and then I would go in and fill in the corners and stuff. But if you have the right type of brush tip pen, you can usually just get it all in one swoop. Yes, this pen is amazing, guys. Copic gas-infused nylon brush pen. I believe it's still in the Art Snack Shop. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I do get mine from the Art Snack Shop. What age range is the book? For the children's book, I'm not sure. It's a children's book. It's got more text than See Spot Run, if that's any indicator. I don't know really how to gauge it, but it's a picture book. She looks a little mischievous Faye. Yeah, she kind of is, minus the Faye part. But she totally is. She's an arcane trickster and a performer, so she's used to doing like magic tricks and stuff. Hey, Art Suitcase, you made it. Love the Pentel pocket brush pen. That's pretty good. I don't like how long it takes for the ink to dry, but I have worked with it, and for some reason when I first got mine, the bristles weren't good. They weren't pointed. They kind of like spread apart, and I thought that the ink wasn't waterproof, but I guess it takes longer to dry. But once I got used to knowing how to understand it, it was a lot better, and I do like it a lot. I finally finished a commission piece I worked on what felt like an eternity. That's always such a great feeling, isn't it? Finishing those commission pieces. I've refilled it with other black ink. Oh, nice. With like Oh, so you like just take the cartridge and you refill it with your own black ink? I think I bought like a bunch of Pentel refills in bulk on Amazon. And so I just like change them out. I did use the Pentel pocket brush whenever I was inking large pieces of black area in my Inktober book. That was nice. It really does feel good, especially with all the mixing of 6 different blues. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. That sounds insane. I hope that you're happy with it. I'd be very curious to see how it turned out. Wow, Bernie, that's awesome. You were also the one that recommended filling the mechanical pencils with different colored lead. I love how you experiment with that stuff and you find out new ways to use it. Thanks, Art Suitcase. Copics are a lifesaver. Oh, very happy. Good. I really like this line work. I have a brush tip pen and wasn't sure how to use it. This is great inspiration. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. It just takes some getting used to. I try to always put the thicker lines like where there's going to be shadows. So like closer to the wrist, which is probably where most of her shadow is going to be. And then I try to lighten it up as it gets, more to the top, like closer to the light. Or just like deep curves like that. I've used the black ink from last year's Inktober. Dropper really helps. I can imagine. I didn't know if that would survive that type of pen. That's really good to know. I feel like I'm missing a finger. Oh no, I'm not missing a finger. This one just has to go up a little bit more. And then that other one is hiding. Gosh, hands, guys. I think I was working on a piece the other night and I couldn't find the certain hand pose that I needed, so I just took a picture and used my own hand as reference. I posted it on Mighty Networks. Awesome. I will be sure to head over there. I think I usually try and check there in the mornings, so I might be on there tomorrow morning. Not gonna lie, once I'm done here, I'm probably gonna go work on some more of the children's books so I can get that done. I submitted the first third of the book, and that felt really good. I think I've run 6 or 7 campaigns now. Nice. Campaigns or episodes? Because there's a difference there. But that's more than I've done, so good job. Dries so fast. Works really great. Hey, Sketch with Sophia. How are you? The unofficial... Oh, I can never pronounce that last one. Oh, but welcome. Welcome. Oh, I totally forgot to turn off my notifications. I'm just going to turn off the volume. Yeah, so at least the volume's off. And this jacket is life for this character. I'd tell more about her backstory, but I got people on here that play the game with me, and if they're not on now, they'll watch it later. And I can't say anything. 1 or 2 one-off episodes, and they were campaigns. Oh, wow. Cassie, gotcha. That's right. I remember that. I remember your username. I think I was learning a couple different people's names that night, but welcome back, Cassie. I'm so glad you could join. It's a cute jacket. I rolled a D100 to see, just getting a random item. I'm like, sure, why not? I mean, some sort of trinket. And I got a vest with 100 pockets. And I asked my DM, can I just turn this into a jacket? She's like, sure. So she has a jacket with 100 little pockets. And I love it. All right, so I'm gonna just do these little flourishes up here. And then I'm gonna probably erase the pencil after that. Maybe get started on some Copic use. So many pockets. I know, right? I think in our last game, because there's another rogue in the party, and he is royalty and he didn't have pockets. And Sophia was like, oh no, we're not having that. So she goes and she finds this, like, I think equivalency of fanny pack, only more stylish. And she just, like, dresses him in it. It's like, you're a rogue, you need pockets. That was a pretty epic moment in her game. All right. Yes, I am. I actually brought my copics out tonight. Because this is my Plumchester sketchbook from Art Snacks. I've covered it in stickers, but I love it because it holds up copics super well. So if you guys were ever thinking, this is also an Art Snacks product. Again, not sponsored, just really love their stuff. I'm not really sure what her hand is doing there, but I thought it would definitely be a Theo move. Some of you guys might have seen this character already in some of my previous posts from a few months back. She kind of needs some detailing, but with Copics, I don't mind detailing over it. Let me just check on their comments. Cool. I used to play rogues all the time, but I found myself playing the cleric and the party more often than not lately. I mean, that's fair. For one of my friends' birthdays, guys, I have a huge D&D community group. There's like, I think, 6 different campaigns going on between this single group of people. Anyways, one of my friends, because clerics have so many deities, and so many paths and whatnot, we decided to do an all-cleric one-shot. And I don't think anybody packed healing spells. It was pretty epic. All right. So I keep my most immediate Copics in this travel box. We're going to zoom out. There we go. Oh, they got so much love. These are just the most immediate ones. But that is fine. Oh, dear. I used to play rogues all the time. That's right. Joe, you made it! Welcome! Okay. And I should get some mixed media paper. I gotta keep one eye on the clock so it doesn't accidentally boot me off. All right. And I usually do this for every piece. I usually start with skin tone. And she's a pretty pale rogue. So let's see what we can do. Ah, thank you. Courtesy of my husband. He bought me all the chows that existed and then added on with, well, I've slowly been building up with sketch markers. We have a Pathfinder campaign going as well where I actually play, and my cleric is a combination of healing and fire path. Ooh, nice. Hey, Jessica, you made it. Hope you're having a good one. Thank you. I hope you are too. I just taught my first class today to a co-op group, and I think it went pretty well. I've never taught before, so that was an experience. But I think with a little bit of practice and getting to know that age group better, I think it will get better and better over time. Hey, Nick the Muse, how are you? Rick the Muse, sorry. I couldn't see that front letter very clearly. Do you like the chow or the sketch better? Honestly, they're the same. They are. I thought there was a difference, but the only difference is that the sketch technically hold more ink and can be refilled more, like 2 or 3 times more than the chow can, but they have the same tips. They have the same colors. Sketch just has more color options, but I definitely say if you're starting out and you're trying to build your collection of colors, get the chow markers because that's going to help immensely. Oh, I wasn't supposed to color that one. Oh well, just color that eyelid too. I usually put makeup on her, so thank you, Rick. Hey, I love it when you guys, oh, that's all the skin there is. Wow, okay. I forget, she's like covered head to toe in like black. Yeah, I love seeing you guys super talkative with each other in the chat, meeting new artists. It fills my heart with joy. What about the girth of the marker? I have smaller hands. I think Chow would be more comfortable. So let's compare really quick while I have you. So we got our sketch here, and it's oval, and you can see the number and the name on the end, which is really nice. With the Chow, it's circle, so it can roll away more, and you have the name and the number on the side. So it's not as convenient when you're trying to find a specific one and they're all bunched together, but they really do work the same. And the difference with the Chow is you can, click the cap, but they're pretty much the same. And then their chisel tip is the same as well. So yeah, I mean, if you're used to holding round markers, this one might be the one to start with. Does she have a name? Yes. Her name is Fio. She is a changeling rogue in one of my campaigns. And her other persona names are Nyx and Ash. So when you combine it all together, she's Phoenix rising from the ash. Yeah, I love playing her. She's a lot of fun. Melting in 40 degrees Celsius, 104 Fahrenheit weather over here. So I hope you are all in nicer weather. Oh man, you're in Australia, Joe? Is that correct? Or is it some death part of Arizona? Icy cold here under a pile of cats, though, so staying warm. Oh, that sounds like heaven. I'm going to wait for the skin to dry a little bit. Her hair is technically black, but I don't like to use just straight black with Copics because there's really no shading there. And I usually try to give everything like a purplish, bluish hue. I need to get some more refills soon. I've actually found myself using Copics a tiny bit more, and I blame you, Brie. I mean, I'll take credit for that. Sure, I don't think I've done a lot of Copics, but I'm glad. There's something, if you can learn how to master alcohol-based markers, there's something special about them. As it is with all mediums. That's her eyebrow, that's not her hair, that's okay. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen and move on. Yep, we can do this. Thanks, Jessica. Oh, it snowed there? Nice. Western Australia, that's right. My brother and his wife are in New Zealand right now, and they're experiencing summer. I've never been to Australia, but I really loved New Zealand. I want to go back one day. I wouldn't mind seeing Australia at some point. I just really like all the greenery that New Zealand has. Thanks, Bernie. It was declared an emergency for a few days. Oh, wow. The snow? Do you live in an area that doesn't snow very, very often? So when they see snow, it's like, the sky is falling. That was my hometown. Although, to be honest, it never snowed until after I left there. And then it just dandruff. Thanks, Joe. I might do a live feed one day. Bernie, you totally should. I'm going to zoom in for you guys on this one. Just because I think the lighting might be... I can move the lighting more. Here we go. Yeah, Bernie, let me know when your live stream would be. I would love to see you do a live stream. I shared on my Instagram last week, I think, and showed my live stream setup. And I don't know if everybody saw it or not, but... you can buy a cheap arm clamp that just clips onto your table for like $10 on Amazon, and it's super convenient. On the rare circumstance that we get snow here, everything basically shuts down. Louisiana pretty much closes. I mean, it's kind of the same here in Washington too. Kinda. Maybe not as much. You'll just be hearing me breathe. Hey, it's okay. As long as you got some music in the background and we can see your art, you know, totally works. Forgot to fill in those eyelashes. There we go. And let's see. Same thing with her clothes. Most of them are black, but I don't really like to do solid black. I might do her undercoat thing, or maybe I'll do that one. Because I can always add separation details with white gel pen. And that makes it super nice. It always snows here, so I don't know why they freak out about small amounts. Oh, man. Maybe some people just use it as an excuse to not have to go anywhere, like to work or school or something. I know when I was working retail and it would snow, it only snows a couple days in the winter months here in Washington. What about purple gloves? Yeah, I'm probably going to add some purple gloves there. Because her base colors really are purple-ish. Like having to remember. Oh. Never underestimate the power of gray, you guys. Gray is amazing. I was actually going to try live streaming this week, but then I got sick and lost my voice. I mean, that's fair. Let me know when your live stream is happening and I'll try and stop by. The wonderful thing about working from home is that I get to make my own schedule. So if I know somebody's having a live stream, chances are I will at least be able to pop in and say hi. Gray tones are awesome. They are. I really want to get the neutral gray tone. Those are only available in the sketch versions. But the neutral grays. I have warm grays and cool grays, but I have no neutral grays. And I actually have to replace one of my warm grays because I just used it so much. It's basically like a dark brown almost without being so rich and chocolatey. Hey, yeah, no worries. I get a lot of people ask me about live streaming and stuff, and, you know, I understand the fear of it, so I'm very encouraging if people are thinking about it. I'm like, go for it, do it. We're going to do this lovely purpley color. I mean, in reality, all of her clothes are black, but, you know, for the sake of aesthetic in the art, we're just going to mix the colors a little bit so we can actually get some shading. Hey, Mish X3, how are you? Mish times 3. Welcome. I'm working on a watercolor while you're inking. It's an art party. It is. It is an art party, man. Okay, there's something I love, and I think this might be why I like markers so much. There's something super satisfying about coloring something and just filling it in, like, with a matte, solid color that you can really only get with markers or paint. And I love it. I think it's one of the reasons why I love Copic so much, is that you can get such a solid wash, or a solid tone, base, whatever the word is. There we go. I was thinking of doing one on Tuesday around 6 p.m. my time, Central, which is about 4 p.m. for you, I believe. Yeah, that's about right. Cool. Let me know. I'm planning on being home. I think I have somewhere to go that evening, but I'll be home around 4. Next week is a deadline that I need to get my children's book pages in. So I'm going to be pretty stationary. We're going to use, that's not the same color as her hair. But since, there we go. We're just going to, just so there's a little bit of variation between the black tones. And her base color is really like purplish stuff anyways. And I don't break my gaze until I can get to a point where I can stop there. Awesome. feeling better next week, I might try then. Awesome. Well, don't push yourself, Pixie, because guess what? Live streaming's not going anywhere, but definitely try. I love copics too. They are a lot of fun. How do you get line streaks with your copics? So the way to prevent line streaks is basically to go over the wet parts. So you see how I'm kind of like trailing a little further, but I'm still going over the previous stuff. It's because it's still wet. Whereas as I go back over here, you can see there's a little bit of tone difference there. And there is a key to it that I haven't quite learned, at least in a way that I can explain it. But it has to do with the shadows, like starting where the shadows are at or something. But yeah, the way to prevent streaks, I let her hair be streaky because it's hair. It can be streaky. We're going to bring that light down just a little bit because I feel like maybe my phone's just getting dim. Definitely, tomorrow I'm upgrading my phone, so this one's dying, unfortunately. But hopefully it will may not provide a better streaming experience for you guys. It might be the same, but for me, my screen keeps getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer the longer live stream goes on. So it'll be nice to be at full brightness again so I can see what you guys see. Well, definitely good wishes on the book. Thank you. Hey, Jet Girl Comet, how are you? I'm actually very excited about the children's book. It felt real whenever I submitted the first third of the pages. I'm like, yes, it feels real. And it's actually good practice because I kind of want to do a couple of my own, or at least one of my own children's books next year. I was thinking about spending a live stream one of these days after it's published and sharing the process of how it worked, or at least how I worked it, if anybody's interested in something like that. All right, now I gotta choose between purples and blues. Sometimes going back over it at least once can help even out the tone and take care of the streakiness. It absolutely can. Looks great. What phone am I getting? I will be upgrading to an iPhone 11 Pro. It's more top of the line than I'm used to, but I've got plans for it that you guys will see in the semi-near future. Hey, Bridget, how are you? Hey, Chrissy. All right, so I like this one. I like this one. This color doesn't feel like it matches the cap in my mind. Maybe it does. What color is it? Light hydrangea. Very cool. That's another thing. My character right here. She wears all like basically the same stuff, but all of her clothing has little like tweaks and twists and, you know, reversible stuff or things that come on and off like lapels and color accents and stuff, so that way she can make a quick getaway if she needs to. I am doing well, thank you. Hey, Funky Smell, how are you? Hubby and I have had the Essential PH1 phone for about 2 years, and it's thankfully serviceable very well. Awesome. My phone right now is about 3 years old. About 2 to 3 years is usually when my phones need to get turned in, so it's not a surprise. I'll just be glad. Right now I feel like I'm linked to the wall wherever I go. I'm stuck to the wall because the battery life is just not good. I know I could have upgraded replaced the battery, but with the cost that it was going to be, I knew that there was other things wrong with the phone, and I was like, it's just better to upgrade. It is time. How's it going, Funky Smell? I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's some light shading going on. There we go. I have a glare like right there where I need to see it the most, so I'm just tilting it up a little bit. hopefully your new phone works out well for you. I think it will. It's not a huge deal. It's more for me because I've been dealing with my phone dying so much. More and more every day. So just be happy when there's a decent battery life, and again, not worrying about if it's going to last through a live stream or not. I think that was the same bluish gray, but oh well. Nope, it wasn't. Or if it was, this is just a second layer, which works perfect. I love that you can get that fade out effect. Your PFP. What does that stand for? Refresh my memory for me. But thank you. Watching your work is so mesmerizing. I'm glad. I hope that it can help inspire people to get motivated with their own work. That's always like my goal. I'm a self-taught artist, and so I'm very much down for encouraging anything that can help people improve on their own time. Because that was my life. Okay. Profile picture. Ah, thank you. I was super proud of that logo design. Just cover up that blue right there. And I'm going to give her some eyes, eye color. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do my favorite little technique. Yeah, this is fun. First live stream for me besides Art Snacks in 20. Ah, welcome. Yeah, I didn't have a live stream last week because of Thanksgiving. That was the darker one. This always looks like the darker one, the hydrangea color. It's the lighter one. It always throws me off, man. Hey, Art of Sila? How are you? And if you get it while it's still wet, you can actually just go in with another color and just continue blending with it. Makes it really easy. I swatch everything. I know. I used to get super bogged down by the idea of swatching stuff. I was like, why? It's not worth it. It's so worth it. It is so worth it because I've ruined too many pieces in the past, and now I always swatch. Always swatch the colors. And she usually has dark purple lips. I had these little like butterfly notebook envelope things, so I just band them together and stuck them so this way it organizes my essentials that I always reach for. It's very convenient. I'm scrounging through all my purples I have. Hey, Tranquilva? Is that how I pronounce it? Welcome. I also find that it's therapeutic. It is. I really love swatching new stuff when like I get a palette of new art supplies or a new color palette or something. Makes it really nice to swatch out. Yeah, she's just purple and blue everything. She's a bruise. She's black, purple, and blue. She's a bruise. I do the same thing. Yay, I got it right. Well, hopefully you're having a good day. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. Upper lip is always darker than the bottom lip. Random tidbit that has saved my life in so many ways when it comes to my art. Helps kind of give some dimension too. And I need a very, very, very faint purple. And then I got to give some more shading to the skin and the hair. And then I'll add some highlights. And we're doing good. I got about 12 minutes left on the clock. Okay. Swatch just a little bit more. Black? Nope, slate. Hey, Adrienne Wallace, how are you? I always darken the upper lips, but then some people tell me it looks like a mustache. I guess it's the way I draw them. I think that's interesting. I've never had somebody tell me it looks like a mustache, but then again, I've always had a bottom lip. Oh, do you do like the Kim Possible lips? Like, she's got the upper lip, but no bottom lip? Because I always thought that was kind of cool. I think I did that for a short time. I guess I could see how some people might look at something like that and think, oh, mustache. I don't see it, but everybody sees things differently, right? Some people, meaning my mom, mostly. Oh, okay. All right. I getcha. Sometimes, yeah. The Kim Possible lips are kind of iconic. I never watched Kim Possible, but I mean, I remember seeing the cartoons. I remember when she was a big hit. All right. So now that I've thoroughly darkened up my character, I'm going to get some Jelly Roll pens and add some highlights. And I think the thing I love about Copics is that I can use Jelly Roll pens on top of them. Oh, there they go. And they're not going to they're going to be stark white because they're not going over water soluble medium, which makes a difference. Theme song now stuck in my head. I never watched it. I don't even think I've seen a full episode, so I never knew the theme song, but sorry. Right now I'm just trying to find where all the edges are because my glare is so bad. Where do you get your white gel pens from? I actually get mine from the Art Snack Shop. Not sponsored, guys, I swear. They're just the Sakura Micron Jelly Roll pens, but you can find them at like Michael's or any art store, really. I just order mine from Amazon because I know that nobody's tested them or swatched them or something like that in the store. Yeah. That's kind of the same reason I like using acrylic inks. Yeah, it's pretty great. I use watercolor and I'm looking for something to add highlights. I mean, these ones are really good. I recommend either the 1.0, which looks like a 10, but it's a 1.0, and the 0.8, because whilst if you're not careful, sometimes a white jelly roll can reactivate some watercolors. However, the thicker the tip, the more the ink flows out. I don't get very good, results with the super fine tip, the 0.5 or the 0.5. I don't get good results with that one at all. Not on my watercolors. It skips too much and it's just doesn't turn out good. So either that or an acrylic ink. My favorite, in fact, I have it here because I've been using it for the children's book, is the Amsterdam acrylic ink. This is by far my favorite, the titanium white. It is super amazing. It goes on pretty opaque. I have to do like 1 or 2 layers over my watercolors, but as far as white ink and stuff goes, it's been my favorite. It's also waterproof because there's some inks that were super great and I came to find out too late that they are not waterproof. And that's a deal breaker for me. Because I add white to everything and water. It's catchy, but like too catchy, so it's an earworm. You're lucky then to not know it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think Kim Possible hit during my late high school years. So I also didn't have TV, so I didn't watch a lot of those things. I'm just gonna carve out those eyelashes there against the black. There we go. So you can actually see them. Eyelashes are one of my favorite things about drawing cartoons. I love drawing the exaggerated eyelashes. But yeah, jelly roll in a 0.8 or a 1 point is really good. I think this music is like, it's almost like it forces you to space out. It's interesting. Or at least this song. I might turn it back to some, there we go. Some Christmassy stuff. Now I'm going to add, I'm going to switch the sizes on that. I feel like I have yet to perfect my hair highlights, but oh well. It's fine. Ooh. Sorry if the camera shook. Thanks, Pixie. I've had a lot of fun with her. I wish I was as confident with hairstyles. You know, I might actually just make that a topic for one of these live streams one day. It's like all these different kinds of hairstyles. I started out with anime when I started learning how to draw. And so I got a lot of anime hairstyle influence. I think I saw this particular haircut on my friend, who was actually the DM of this campaign. And this, it's funny, guys, because I actually created her other persona, Nyx, because this is a changeling character, and I created Nyx to be the character, and she came in as this persona under disguise, and this is the one that stuck. And so this complete look was just supposed to be a temporary thing, and it ended up being like the full thing. Thanks, Jessica. What's the yes inquiry to Galen? I mean, one of my favorites is to just add highlights to everything. I feel like my drawings aren't complete without highlights, you know? Sometimes they go a little highlight crazy, but oh well. And especially because she's wearing so much black. Drawing hairstyles? Okay. Maybe that'll be next week's live stream. There is a potential that I may not have a live stream next week just because of how wiped out I was from the class. And depending on how far I am with the book. But I'm going to try. If not, it'll just pick back up next week. I feel like my changeling had a similar situation. All her personas were just meant to be temporary, but then became permanent. I know, right? Again, I can't talk about this changeling very much because some members from my party are on here or will be, and there's just some stuff that hasn't come out in the backstory yet. So, but more to come. I don't seem to get tired of drawing my characters, so I'm sure that the story will surface at some point. It's really hard because if I get inspired for something, but I'm not ready to show it, I have to like sit on it for a while. In fact, I don't even think I posted Theo's other persona Nyx yet. I was sitting on that for months, and it finally got revealed a couple sessions ago, and I just think I forgot to share it, so I might have to do that tomorrow. This outfit is giving me cha-cha vibes? Cha-cha vibes. Care to elaborate a little bit on that? Mm-hmm. I just don't think I'm familiar with it. Hey, Holly, the lazy artist. That's a creative name. Oh, from the Umbrella Academy. Cha-cha. I'm trying to remember. That name sounds familiar. I need to go watch that again. Guys, if you're looking for a new Netflix show to binge, The Umbrella Academy is so amazing. It's so amazing. I love it. It's based off a comic book I found out. Oh, Cha-cha! I know who you're talking about now. That was very delayed. Oh my gosh, you're so right. I didn't even realize that. How's it going, Holly, the lazy artist? Okay, and we're just going to do some twinkles up here because, I mean, she's an arcane trickster and her profession is performance, so gotta have some sparkle and pizzazz, right? Slowly, that's good. Normally it's all fast this time of year. I'm glad to hear something slow for a change. That's nice. I was thinking she reminds me of more outgoing Tina from Fantastic Beasts. I don't know. I've seen Fantastic Beasts. I haven't seen the new one, but I probably should. All right. I think that's done. We're going to pan out. Dun, dun, dun. And always sign the work. I'm going to sign with a brush pen because I feel confident. Just in time, too, because it's going to boot me off in like 30 seconds. Holy smokes, I didn't see that come up. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. This was really fun. I'm glad I pushed through and was able to be here tonight. So I will try and have a live stream next week, and if not, definitely the following week. But yeah, thanks you guys so much. It was really fun hanging out with you. I hope that you felt inspired. Have a good night, guys. Bye.